Okay, so here we are. We're going to start presenting. So let's go one by one, no particular order. Whoever would like to volunteer first. Also, I'll
But
start.
just get one out the way.
Okay, cool. Thank you, Keelan.
Let's see. Okay. Somebody want to meet over there. Okay. My rudimentary, my wireframe is incredibly rudimentary, so do not judge me. But my end project is gonna blow you guys away. It's gonna knock your socks off. You can take that to the bank.
100%.
So let me do it's definitely a whole lot more theoretical than it is practical at the moment, but I have full confidence that I'm going to be able to achieve this. Okay, so what's going to happen is you're going to come to my webpage and it's going to be an all black layout, and then you are going to be prompted with a paragraph. The paragraph is going to be this first line right here. It's going to be, so tell me, where should I go? And then you're going to be greeted with half of this picture. It's going to be this left half over here. And then you will be greeted with this. It's going to be an animation transition, possibly a dot pop, or maybe even a dot remove, yet to be determined. And when we have this half of the picture, we're also going to be presented with this paragraph. And when the picture transitions out, this paragraph this is also going to transition out, to which you will receive the other half of this image, and you'll receive the final last line. And after that, you will be taken to my webpage, and it'll be a Naruto fan webpage where it'll have some paragraph text right here, an image of a bunch of characters. I'm going to change this up. These images are probably going to be associated with this character link down here, because here we'll have a list of all of your favorite characters with A tags attached to them that you'll actually be able to follow to the official fan wiki page, to where you can actually read about those characters. Over here is the main content of the webpage, also known as the hero content, which will be a poll system where you can view and vote on your favorite fights from the series. Also thinking about, I saw that drop down menu somewhere. I'll have like a drop down menu somewhere. Here it is. And you'll actually be able to, or maybe not that, you'll actually be able to drop down and you'll be able to search for, it's a very long series, just like 600 episodes, and there's several different series. So I want to have one for the original series, one for the sequel series, and then one for the spinoff series. And maybe within those, it'll pull up different arrays of the fights that are contained within those different series. And down here will be a diagram tree. I intend to edit this to where you're actually going to be creating your own tournament. So based off of, I could do an if statement and say, if this button was clicked on, return it down here. Maybe, I don't know if this will actually work, but this is what I'm thinking about. If this button was clicked right here, return that down here. And then as you vote on these videos, the one that you don't vote on will be removed, dot removed. And then another one, dot push, will be added to the web page. So, and then the if statement will dictate whichever button was clicked on will be returned in this tree diagram down here. Hopefully I'll be able to figure out how to do that. And the more you vote on the videos, the more you'll see, until you'll be presented with your favorite fight scene from them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, that looks like a big project. So do you have a timeline for how you're gonna attempt each part of the project?
Yeah, kind of. I feel like it sounds like a whole lot more it's going to take a lot of time, but I feel like it's going to take. I feel like it sounds a whole lot more complicated than it actually is because if I'm correct, then everything that I want to do, we've already. I should be able to use everything that we've learned how to do to be able to achieve what I wish to achieve.
Okay.
Right now, my layout is incredibly um, simple. It's not yet completed. I just a very rough to-do list, checklist out some do create the wireframe, write the HTML. I imagine that every day as I do this project, and I leave off where I don't want to leave off, probably just because of time constraints, then I'll be able to edit my checklist. Like I didn't get this done today, so let me go ahead and add this to my checklist for me to do tomorrow. That way I know what I did today and what I still need to do. Because right now I don't. It's too broad. It's too big. I can't really know what I have to do yet.
Right. This is your first project, so it's hard to know
Yes.
what's going to be. So this is part of the experience that we're hoping that you gain.
Okay.
So this is
Yeah.
good.
It's gonna be as I go along. Then it's gonna be like I said, whatever I get done for that day. Like this is what I did. This is what I still have to do, and I'll edit it here.
Okay. Nice. I like how detailed your plans are, Keithan. So
Oh, cool. Thank you.
excited to see how this develops and
You and
hope
me
you can
both.
get all your goals in.
Me too. Thank you.
Uh-huh. Great job. Now let's get someone else to present, please. Clark, was that you?
I'll go. I'll go.
Okay.
All
Thank you,
right.
Clark.
So I'm just gonna do a portfolio. Where's Zoom? Share screen. Okay, so this is what I have for my portfolio. So it's gonna have one of those nice background images you see that like is somewhat static in the background when you scroll up. So I have to put an image box there. And then it's gonna have the technologies, and it's gonna have the few coding languages like we saw on the other websites with a progress bar and some random loading image around it. Then I'm gonna have the about section, and it's gonna have another image and a paragraph of text over it, and then I'm gonna have the contact information over here down below. And then the wireframe for it was create the wireframe in Trello today. Days 2 through 4, work on the actual portfolio itself. And then day 5 was present the portfolio.
Okay. So the only thing I'd comment on is on days 2 through 4, add some goals. Like by day 2, I'll have the top portion done. By day 3, I should have 3/4 of the page done, and by day 4, I will have the bottom section done. Whatever. I didn't memorize the wireframe, but it looks good.
Okay.
So add some details so that when we meet on day 2, you can say, I've met my goal for day 2, or I've met. So every day that we meet, we want to check in on your progress that you expected to meet that day.
Okay.
Okay. So go ahead and edit that now while we're presenting or at the end of the lecture. So get that done by the end of the day. That's still your day 1 wireframe assignment for today.
All right, cool.
Okay, thank you, Clark. Well done. All right, who'd like to go next? 2 great presentations so far.
I can go.
Thank you, Mike.
So I'm gonna be making I think it's technically a blog post style site, based around a guide to one of my favorite games. And I want just a pretty basic easy to navigate page, so I'm not putting a bunch of extra stuff all around. I just want the main content section, some different links that go to other pages, some other links up here. And my like specific features that I want to add is in this pink section here, I want to add a background image or GIF that stays static as the main content is scrolled through, because this can be really, really, really long.
Cool.
I want to have an embedded audio file that plays the in-game music from each of the areas that the page is going over, with just a small mute button, so that if you don't want the audio playing, you can mute it.
Okay.
And then my couple of stretch, well, the first one's not really a stretch, features that I want is some checkbox items within each section of gameplay
Mhm.
that gives you tasks that you should have completed within that section. And then when you check them, they will gray out and put a line through so that you can keep track of your progress as you've
Okay.
gone through. And
Okay.
the stretch goal I'd like for JS is to have a map asset here and have it at the very least, when you click on it, to run to pop up as its full res version, so it's easier to view. But I would like to make it where like Amazon product pictures, where you can have a little magnifying glass that goes over where your mouse is hovering, so you can see that smaller section better.
Nice. Okay.
And then
Wait, go back
format it.
for a second. The only thing I'd like to suggest is a feature here that maybe like it will change the background music as you scroll through the area of the level. Like if you can find background music for each level that the game has, maybe make a feature there that like, okay, if you're going over the guide area for one level, when you scroll to the next level of the guide, it'll switch the audio, switch the video sound.
So I was originally planning, just because the scope of the project is a little bit smaller and creating the content for an entire section of the game is pretty large. I was just going to create an area for or a piece of content for the first area. And then if I end up flushing out the site to include more individual pages for each level, they'll have a different background image that correlates to the area that they're in,
Okay.
as well as the audio from that section, and stylize the page around each of the pages around the sections, because they're like a kind of like different Mario worlds where they have a aesthetic. The first one's real like rocky and disheveled, and then the second area you go into is a real vibrant forest, so it'll change the color scheme. And I'd like to use some of the background textures of the walls from in-game to background image the bars and the different pieces of content to make it feel like it's part of the game rather than just a list of what to do about the game.
Okay. Yeah, sounds good. Looking good. Okay, let's see your
I didn't format it. I was kind of just doing this basic without playing around with it too much. But I have pretty basics for day one is to get the whole page formatted out with the divs that I want. The second day I want to work on adding some sound effects to certain button clicks, or like I said, background images for divs on the page. And then after that, I want to start working on my JS features on days 2 and 3 of my checkboxes, the background image being static, and maybe some color change hover events when you hover over the different links across the website. And then on the last day, I'm going to work on my stretch goal feature, which is the magnifying glass.
okay. Okay, then you have a good roadmap. Nice job, Mike.
Thank you.
So well done. That's another great project that I'm glad you are no longer stressed about that. You're looking like you have a good roadmap and idea. So I'm proud of you there. So let's go on to the next person.
I can just go. It's pretty simple. I don't have anything elaborate totally made yet.
Okay.
I'm just going to be going and doing a just a portfolio. I've already started on my portfolio, so I kind of tried making the wireframe around that. I didn't totally finish it yet because I just was putting it together quick. But yeah, this is the nav bar, and I like the idea of the nav bar being fixed to the screen so that as you scroll, the links are constantly there for you to click around on. I've messed with in the past before, like a see-through, like a backdrop filter for blurring the background. It looks really cool, so I'm going to do that. I'm also going to use like a parallax effect for the images that are behind my stuff. So here's my header. It's my image, a portrait. Feels really pretentious to have that there, but I think it looks nice with a quote next to it. So I'm going to do that. And then my about me, my projects, I'm going to just keep all in the same. This is going to be like a carousel of like hobbies. And I like how Akimi has hers. I'm not going to try to copy her completely or something, but I just really like how she's got her about me and her pictures line up with that and they highlight. So I might do something similar to that. On mine here, I have it like where it like goes big.
Okay, nice. Okay.
That's what I'm thinking with that. Yeah.
Look at that picture. You're like a philosopher or something.
I know. That's what I mean. Like, look at it. It's so pretentious, but I don't know. My wife says it looks good. I'm just going off my wife.
That's
I
a
don't
nice
know.
photo.
I mean, you know, it looks
Yeah,
nice.
nice picture.
But yeah, so that's what it is. I'm sorry.
I like those verses too.
Yeah, dude. Amen to that for sure. You know, okay, anyways. Yep, that's where we're at. So Omar and I are we're in the same group with Spencer. And Spencer's doing he's not here right now. I think he like had to leave to do something with his family. He is doing a website for a dog breeding business of someone he knows. And we got this far. We didn't realize, honestly, it was my bad. We forgot about Balsamic after he left. So we did this together. And,
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Nicely done, Evan.
Thank you.
Good job. Okay, let's keep it up. Let's keep this going. Who wants to keep up the momentum? Hot potato, hot potato. Come on, somebody.
I'll go.
There we go.
Okay, so my idea is to create can you see my screen?
Yes.
Is a national park website, like camping oriented. And then on the page itself have the park and its info, and then next to it have a carousel of images of like that specific national park. And
Nice.
then also thinking of implementing like a map where it has like the map maybe of like the whole park itself or the campgrounds.
All
And
right.
then on the section next to it have an item list where you can click on items and see links and stuff for certain things you might need.
Okay.
And then I'm thinking if I can get this calendar to work where clicking on a certain date will like well maybe just it'll show the average temperature or it will show how many people are going to the park at that specific time. And coincide these two together. See if I can get that done. But
All right.
the
Cool.
logistics are still in work.
So you're just making up data for that, but just trying to make it look like it's real, right? Or are you actually taking API data there?
I was thinking maybe try to use APIs, but
Wow. Yeah, see, that would be a cool feature. Okay.
There
Um,
should be an API for that.
yeah, I'm sure there is. Just have to look at it more in depth. But then that's what I got for this. And then for the Trello, I have basically a big list of what to do. But right now for day one, like the first thing is try to format it because right now on the wireframe it doesn't look really formatted that well. I need to get it a little more formatted. and then I just have individual tasks that I need to get done.
Okay, so do you have it broken down by day, what you're gonna do each day?
I have a couple of these broken down for day one.
Okay,
But I haven't done it for each day exactly.
okay. So before the end of the day, let's get that figured out. What feature you're gonna do each day, so that you
Okay.
can meet your goals. So tomorrow we'll see what your goal is and how you've met it.
Okay.
Okay, good job, Leo. Nice project. Didn't think of a camping app.
Thank you.
It's the first one I've seen. All right, somebody else. We have a few left. Where did everyone else go? I know we had Spencer here. Did he have to take off or something?
Are you asking where Spencer is?
Yeah, if you know. I don't know.
Yeah, he was in our group with me and Omar, and he did have to take off, but he was with us. I don't think he realized we were coming back to speak about it.
Okay, it's fine. I mean, family emergencies, whatever he's got to take care of, and it did drag on longer than the hours. So, okay, somebody else.
I can go.
Okay, Omar.
Cool. So, I mean, I'm just doing a portfolio. I'm trying to keep it simple. So, like, I'm just gonna pretty much do everything in order, like the about me part, technologies part. The projects, I do want to put them in. I do want to put them like this, where you can just like, click them. It'll like take you to the project on GitHub or something like that, and then just keep like my contact me at the bottom.
Okay. Any suggestions? Anybody for this wireframe? Anybody have any comments?
Look at the GitHub API.
Look up the GitHub API. What's that mean?
Yeah.
Does you need help with?
There's a GitHub API to get all your repos for your project section.
Oh, yeah, that sounds cool. All right, I'll look that up.
Cool. Thank you, Tina. All right. If no one else has any other comments, did you have the Trello timeline for when you're going to do each part?
Yeah, well, that Trello part, it's the same one that Evan has. We're just gonna be yeah, every day try to get at least like one of the sections done.
Okay, let's try to put it in an organized manner so we know exactly which section we're going to complete by which day. So if I ask you, did you meet your goal for the day? I know which goal you have and how close you are to meeting it, or what you have to do change to make another goal or meet that goal. Okay.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that.
Okay, thank you, sir. All right, let's keep going until we're finished.
I can go.
Okay, thank you, Carlos.
So mine's not the prettiest, but so I'm doing a portfolio page as well. Basically, I have my nav bar up here, and then I'm gonna have my name with an image of me. Then a little bit about me. I didn't really get too much into detail here because I was running by quick. And then I'm also going to try to do a carousel of photos right here as well. Right here. I'm going to try to do the images that move when you scroll for both of these under the hood and projects. In here, I'm going to have a little bit of listings on both of those. I'm going to have multiple project names going down here and breaking through. I just ran out a little bit of room, so I just kind of just did one there. Contact me. I'm going to have individual email, link, resume, GitHub, and then at the bottom, I'm going to try to do the message me box that automatically emails in and is also I forgot what the word is, the robot safe, anti-robot checker box deal right there.
Okay.
And then I couldn't go anywhere else for my day, so I just kind of listed it right here real quick. Very light as well. Day one, I'm doing layout and nav bar. Day two, I'm gonna try to do all my bios, all my writtens basically, and text added. Also, I'm gonna try to do photos. Day three right now, I'm trying to do JavaScript and links. And then the last 2 days is more or less just cleanup, ideally.
Okay. All right. Well, you have a project. Do you think it'll be done before the end of the week or right on time?
I think it'll be done before.
Okay. So what are you going to plan to do if you have some extra days there?
If I have some extra days, I'm just gonna clean everything up, ideally. Try to make sure that there's no bugs and that everything's scrolling smoothly.
Okay. I would suggest that if you have an extra day or two, try to make an extra project to add to that project section.
Okay.
So this doesn't seem like something that would maybe take more than a day or two. So maybe half the week devote to this. And if you have time left over, create another project that you can add to this portfolio that can show off more of your abilities. Okay. So have that on the back burner of your mind as you're working. Like, what else could you do as a project or a theme for a project?
Cool.
So, okay. Nice job, Carlos.
Thank you.
Anybody else presenting? We have Randy, we have Tina, Tigist.
Yeah, I'll go.
Okay.
So I'm doing a portfolio for my project, and then so this is the home page. It'll be just like this with the background, and then with music at the bottom, and then with an arrow to move to another page. So this is bio, like about me pretty much, and then projects, and then contact. So this is what I have.
Nice. Okay. And how about a timeline?
So a timeline would be try to get one section done per day, and then the last day would be two of those, because the projects and contact don't take too much time to make.
Okay. So you're gonna try to add an extra project by the end of the week? You think you'll have time for that?
If I have time, I'll do that. Yeah.
To add to your project section? Okay. All right. Then make that a goal, everybody, that if you finish your portfolio before the week ends, think of another project to add to that portfolio that you can add to the project section. Okay. If you don't have a specialized, complicated project that you're not working on till the end of the week, if you just have a portfolio, think of other projects to add to that portfolio by the time you finish, you're not just doing minimal work here, that you're pushing yourself and showing off your work for a potential employer. Okay. All right. Who's left? Clark, did you present already?
Yes.
Right. You remember, yes. Bill, Tina, Tigist.
I can go.
Okay.
All right, let me share my screen. Okay, so I figured I'm gonna do a very simple multi-page portfolio. It's a home about education, projects, and contact. The first page is just gonna have nav bar, me, and that I'm hoping to be a software developer. So I'm gonna take a leap and put that in there. Then just some information about some an about section, and then education, And then I still have to finish the wireframe for the projects, but the projects isn't complete yet, so that's gonna be a work in progress, which will be updated as the through the years as I develop more projects. So right now I don't have anything to show. And then contact. I figure I'll list my email for now. I'm not really sure what else to put into the contact section. I don't know. And then you know, this is probably going to be a very simple profile page. So like you were saying, when I get this done, I guess I'll try to come up with a project to work on for the rest of the week.
Right.
So
Okay. Okay. So yeah, if you have extra time, definitely think about adding another front end project to add to your project section.
I mean, this first page will probably take 3 or 4 days, but no, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, okay. That's a good one. All right. So now Tina Tigist.
So I'm planning to present tomorrow. I'm doing a portfolio page, my own portfolio page, and trying to finalize by Wednesday of this, like after today, I mean this Wednesday, and trying to add another project per your recommendations. Since I'm not that good in the objectives, area of objectives, I'm trying to use that kind of knowledge to build a small project to add on my portfolio. So
Okay.
yeah, by Wednesday morning, I'm planning to present to the team, to class.
Okay. So will you have a wireframe and timeline ready by the end of the day?
Yeah. Right now, I'm almost trying to lay down some of the tasks in my Trello. But on the balsamic, I'm not kind of done. I had some issues trying to figure out, and now I'm focusing on the group, on the team presentation, and I stop working on that. So
Okay.
by tomorrow morning, I will present. But my plan is to finalize by Wednesday morning to present to the team and jump to the second project I'm planning to work on my portfolio. To be added to my portfolio.
Okay. Okay. All right. So excited to see it. Thank you, Tigist. Tina?
Okay. One moment. Okay, so this is my portfolio page. I need to add more pages to it. I never got around to that. So projects, yada yada yada. Okay, so this page I'm starting to implement. So instead of these going to my GitHub, which they are right now, I'm gonna implement this page, which is gonna have more details. This is gonna be like languages, the directory. If I have a to-do checklist on it, then I'm gonna have that, the screenshot, like a description, and then the GitHub and links right here, and then more a chart on the languages. And then I'm gonna have like a contact me or about me page, photo about me, like more just about me, and then like past experiences, jobs, and things like that, photos, and like a contact me section, and then like a page on like things I'm learning or wanting to learn. And then it's going to be a chart of like popularity on languages and like kind of why I'm learning them. And same here.
Okay. Did you customize these charts in wireframe yourself?
No, they're right here.
Okay. No, I mean like the wireframe, or if it was like a template, or if because it says a web page and then no worries. Okay, that looks good. What about the timeline?
I'm gonna get one done each day, but I just have them broken down into little things that I need to get done, like little to-dos for each page.
Okay. Okay, looking good. All right, guys, so we've reached the end of this breakout time and lecture. I appreciate your guys' participation. So I'm looking forward to seeing these projects completed. So you can stay in this chat for the end of the day, or you can work individually. You don't have to be on the call. But thank you guys for a great first day of Project Week. And I'll have these video recordings up. Actually, I don't think I need. Yes, I do. I'll have it on the calendar. So thank you guys. And I'll be in my room till the end of the day if you guys have any questions.